in the mood for pumpkin. Feel like pumpkin and almond chunky dip. Hello everybody, that needs a little bit of work. How are you? I'm Tupperware Pete, and yes, I am in the mood for pumpkin. I'm going to make my pumpkin, I was going to make my pumpkin and cashew chunky dip, but I realised I ran out of cashews. But I do have raw natural almonds in my Modular Mate mini rectangle number 2. You know it's a number 2 because there's a number 2 on the bottom in a circle, and that tells you how high it is, all right? So I'm going to do that. So yes, I sell Tupperware. I do have almost every size container known to man in my pantry. Absolutely I do. Yes. I sell Tupperware. I do have 3 Micro Pro grills. I'm only going to use one of them at the moment, all right? So this is, you've probably seen me talk about this before. This is the barbecue that goes into the oven. This will replace your barbecue. It will replace your fry pan on the stovetop. It'll replace your oven. It will replace your under the griller. It will replace your toaster. It will replace your sandwich press. It's absolutely brilliant. It's ideal if anyone's got a tiny kitchen, or if you're downsizing, you just want to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff. Replace it with this one. It's Tupperware, so that you know there's no PFOA made in any of the cookware surfaces. And with the silicone, there's no latex that they've watered it down with, so you know it's 100% safe. Under the top handle here and under the bottom where the instructions are, when you lose the instruction booklet, right, there's 2 Susceptor discs. They're like transformers. Transformers! More than meets the eye! What that does is it attracts the heat, and it heats up the Eterna up to 220 degrees. So it's like it's a double-sided grill. It's an oven. So what you do is you put it in the top here. That's your casserole position, or the oven position, right? A quarter of a turn pops it into the grill position, the barbecue position, and away you go. Whether you're doing steak, rissoles, chops, chicken wings, crispy skin salmon, pumpkin asparagus, zucchini, red capsicum, pumpkin scones, chocolate cake, pancakes, you want to do a mixed grill, you want to do baked beans and eggs, you want to do potato bake, lasagna, moussaka, you can do all of this in the Micro Pro Grill. It's absolutely brilliant. Actually, a lot of people choose to get this as their 70% off item when you have a, you can either have an online party or an online cooking demonstration, you can have an in-home viewing, or you could create a shareable shopping link, and you can pass that around via Messenger, text message, email, carrier pigeon, however you like to communicate with your friends. It's really easy, all right? So what we'll do is we'll just take that watch off. Let's get cracking. I've got mine. This is my pumpkin. Have you all seen the Vent Smart containers? Right? It's they are gorgeous. It's like fruit and veggie Pictionary for your fridge, right? These will make your fruits and veggies last 3 to 5 times longer than just sitting in your crisper, right? So what you've done, can you see up the top? See how there's veggies up the top and there's fruit down the bottom? In each box you've got a little circle, whether it's fully open, fully closed in, or half and half. That just corresponds with how much airflow you want to set the setting to, the little Vent Smart setting, and that allows the correct amount of airflow through. It's really simple. With butternut pumpkin or butternut squash, depending on what part of the world you live in, I just chop it up in here at the beginning of the week, and then I'm right to go. I actually did this about 2 weeks ago. There's still nothing wrong with it. I've got to do my Micro Pro Grill. I'm going to do just a layer of butternut pumpkin in there, right? You know what I'm like. I can talk till the cows come home. I can talk underwater, absolutely. Absolutely I can. Let's hurry up and just pop it in the microwave oven, Peter. Grab some olive oil. I'm just going to drizzle that around that's going to help. Not only is it going to help with the flavour and the texture of the finished product, but the health benefits of using olive oil. That's why I love doing it, all right? So we've got that into there. We might even just pop that in the casserole position. And I'm going to pop that in. let's pop it in for 10 minutes and see how we go, right? Now, what I'm going to do is, in my SuperSonic chopper, I'm going to do some almonds, I'm going to do some rock salt, I've got some coriander. Did you see my coriander pesto that I did the other night? I used the stems and the root of the coriander, and I popped it in here with some pine nuts, some parmesan cheese, some lemon juice, some olive oil, a little bit of garlic, and just blitzed it all together, and it was like a coriander pesto, which was delicious, all right? And I actually did it with some chapped potatoes. I did 3 chapped potatoes cut in half. They were fairly small, cut side down with a little bit of olive oil, butter, and some sage, and I did that for the full 20 minutes, and I served that with my coriander pesto. It was divine. Actually, if you want to be popped on my email mailing list, just send me a message with your email. I'll include you in my email mailing list. That's not a problem, all right? So we've got that in there. So what we're going to do is, yes, I sell Tupperware. Of course I have 2 sets of measuring cups. One for wet ingredients, one for dry ingredients. Really simple. I'm going to have, this is the 1 cup measure, and I'm going to pop it in here. You all know what this is called, don't you? No need to ask, it's a... Oh, hang on a minute. Take 2. When you get it, the blade protectors are on there, alright? So please remove the blade protectors before you pull the handle. Don't get too excited. And while I think of it, you might have heard me say this before, the anti-slip grip is in the inside when you get it. Can you please take that out and give it a wash, right? And then apply that to the base. If you are going to pop it into the dishwasher, remove it when you pop it into the dishwasher, all right? Then you can remove the blade covers, you can pop that into there, and now you're ready to chop up your onions, your sweet potato, pumpkin, parsnip, swede, turnip, any of your hard root vegetables, nuts, fruit. It'll whip cream, because it also comes with, see this? Check out the design on that. That is it's an award-winning kitchen appliance. It won a Red Dot Design Award through Europe, and that will replace your double beaters. So when you're using it, it's a 0 carbon footprint handheld blender. It's absolutely brilliant. You can also use the funnel attachment if you want to. You've got little measurements on the inside there, so you can measure up your olive oil, pop in your egg and your garlic, and you can make up your own little mayonnaise and aioli, or you might want to measure up your caster sugar, and there's a little tiny hole in there. You can close the hole off so it's half and half, or you can fully open it up, and then that way, when you're, I might make meringues one day actually, and I'll show you. So you can close that up, you measure up your caster sugar, open that up fully, and then as you're pulling this, the vibrations make what you've got in there fall down at a steady stream. So you know how if you're making meringues, you've got to beat it while you're pouring your caster sugar in at a steady stream, or if you're making mayonnaise, you've got to beat your oil, or you beat your eggs while your oil's slowly drizzling in. This thing will do it for you, but you can still do the hip action because it's so much fun, alright? Alright, let's take the top off. We're not using the funnel. I digress. You know what I'm like. We've got a cup full of raw almonds. Now, you've heard me say this before. The only time labels are good for anything is on a pantry product. Whether you've got your modular mates or whether you've got the brand new One Touch Fresh, which can go into the fridge and the pantry, right? So you can either put the label on the One Touch tab or on the actual container, or you might want to, look, here, show you. These are the ultra clear. There's so many storage solutions. I think these are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So you can see what you've got in them. You might want to label them up onto the, so that you can keep your salt away from your self-raising flour, or away from your icing sugar and your bicarb and your baking powder, right? Absolutely gorgeous. A lot of people actually purchase an online business account just so they can do their pantry out at 15 to 25% discount off everything, permanently, forever, right? How awesome is that? We're going to pop in this. We've got 1 cup of almonds. We are going to throw in, there's our coriander. Now this has been in my fridge for almost 2 weeks. Look at that. I kid you not. It's like roughly, I can't remember if it's this side of 2 weeks or the other side of 2 weeks, but roughly 2 weeks, right? I actually forgot about it. It slid itself behind a few other containers in the fridge. I went, where's that? Oh, what's this? Coriander. There's that coriander. I thought I had coriander. Let's throw this straight into here. I love coriander. I don't think it tastes like soap. there's probably a lot in there, right? Okay. I love it. It gives such a... Oh, there's such a freshness to it. It's absolutely beautiful. What we will do is... Oh, we will throw in a pinch of pink rock salts. That's the pink Himalayan salts. That's beautiful. We've got our almonds. We've got our pink rock salt. There's our pumpkin there. We had our coriander into that one. Let's pop that straight up into there. And then we've got some olive oil in there with the pumpkin. All you have to do is... Shake, shake, shake. I just shake it up before I use it. And you just pull the cord, right? So basically, no more arguments over whose turn it is to chop the onions. Everyone will be pushing themselves through. Let me chop the onions. All right, you ready? And actually, if you put all your weight on your front foot, right, throw your hip into it, you can have a lot of fun while you're chopping up your almonds or your cashews for your pumpkin chunky dip. All right. Okay. So that is... Now, if you like it really chunky, Mama, there is your chunky almond and coriander. If you want it to be fairly blitzed, and it is noisy because we're chopping almonds, right? So, and we're doing it by hand. So if you're going caravanning, camper vanning, motorhomes, or the electricity goes out, you can still have whipped cream or chopped almonds or overnight oats. You can do anything in here. It's absolutely brilliant. You want to hide mushrooms and spinach from the from the partners and the kids. You can, or from yourself even. Sometimes I throw in kale in here and I pop that into my meal, so I'm hiding kale from myself. Chop away, we pop that into there. There is our, look at this. Upside down, Miss Jane, so that way all the mess stays on the inside here instead of all over your bench top, and you're not going to cut yourself on those blades. It's going to keep it nice and safe. All right, there is our coriander and almonds. You know what I might do? Which I've just realised. I should have done that at the same time. But what I'm going to do... Actually, I've got some frozen... I keep my chilies in a little mini freezer container, which are really flexible. And so I'm going to throw in... I quite like fresh chili. So let's just pop those blades back down into the bottom. There's a little peg the blades sit on, so you just pop that in there. I've got one chili... Let's just do one chili. That might be enough. These are frozen, so I should have done this at the same time. So, hopefully it's not going to be a pumpkin chili surprise. All right, you ready? We'll pop these straight into here. And fingers crossed that's chopped up your chili. Oh yeah, perfect. I can see the little bits of red. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. Can you see that? There's little bits of red in there. That's my frozen chili, in with my coriander and my almonds. Pretend they're cashews. Any nut will do, all right? All right, we'll pop that into there. And then all it is a matter of... We might want to serve them in the little 290ml Eco Plus clear bowls. What they do is they take single-use plastic and they take it out of landfill, out of the ocean. They treat it and they remove all of the impurities, all of the nasties. They get rid of that so that they're left with A-grade Tupperware ingredients. And they produce salad bowls, drink bottles, lunch boxes, cutlery, straws. It's absolutely... Like, no one tells you that, right? Because a lot of people don't know that, but that's what they do. That's why it's called Eco Plus, all right? So we might want to pop them into there. Or we might want to pop our finished product into the One Touch Fresh. That's the one that can go into the fridge. So instead of like this massive container, see how it's sort of narrow and tall? That's going to save space in your fridge as well. So you can pop that into there. Or we might want to... You might have the Clearmates in your fridge. These are the ones that go straight into the deli or into the butcher, and they just pop them on the scales, they zero them out. You say, can I fill that up with champagne leg ham, or can you just fill that one with black olives, please? And if you are at a place where they put the sticker on the top or on the bottom, then you just scan that as you go through the checkout. When you come home, you just peel the sticker off, and you don't have single-use waste that you're just throwing in the bin, right? And you don't have to wash your containers when you get home if there's olive oil that's broken and split all over them, because your Tupperware's going to be liquid tight. The Clearmates are liquid tight, so you don't have to wash your shopping when you get home, right? Awesome. So you might want to pop that into there, right? So we've got, see how Tupperware's all about choices? They give you options. I actually love having one of everything, because then you've got more options at home, right? All right. Okay, we'll pop that into there. Let us... Can you hear this? I sell Tupperware. Yes, I've got every Tupperware cloth that's known to man, all right? And woman. All right. Can you hear this? Oh my goodness, it's sizzling away beautifully. I hope you can hear that. All I'm going to do is... YUMMO. I wish... Can you hear that? Far out, man. Look at that. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Absolutely gorgeous. We're going to grab our SuperSonic chopper. What we'll do is, I will just grab I'll grab a large Eco Plus clear bowl, and I'll use it as a salad bowl. I'll grab the clear one just so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so what we're going to do is pop that straight into here. So that's our coriander and our almonds and our chilli. I'm going to put the blades back in. I'm just going to grab a Tupperware spatula. Oil and everything. I'm going to put that in because we need a little bit of liquid so it doesn't go dry. Throw that pumpkin in there. Throw that pumpkin in there. We will just wipe that down. And pop that lid back on, and we'll pop it straight over there. We'll grab the top. Yum! Shake, shake, shake! And we will... Look at that. Mushed pumpkin. Oh, that's like 5 or 6 pulls of the cord. How awesome is that? We'll pop that straight into our coriander, almond and chili mix. I could have put garlic in, or maybe some red onion or something. I could have popped that into there, but I'm just going to keep this plain because I'm going to show you what I'm going to serve it with. All right? Grab that out of there. All I'm going to do now is just mix that through. Can you see what I'm doing? Mix that through. Right, there's my chunky pumpkin and almond dip. I almost said cashew, but it's almond. Almond, coriander, pumpkin, and a little bit of chili. If it is still a little bit dry, which it is, because I didn't put enough olive oil in, let's just do a dash of olive oil again. And you could even add in the juice of half a lemon if you wanted to. But I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to mix that through. Yum-oh. Or if I could have, you know what I could have done? I could have popped that in there and then blended that through. That would have saved a little bit of time, Peter. All right, not to worry. Now, what you can do is, I can put some into there and pop it in the fridge. I can put a large portion and pop it into the fridge if I wanted to. Or what I'm going to do is... Oh! Tupperware down! This is the Tupperware Cheese Smart container. This is the rectangle one. This is the one that's got the condense control top that allows for that humidity and airflow happening through, which means you can keep more than one cheese in the container. So long as they're not touching, you won't get an odour transfer or a flavour transfer whatsoever. And it will... How much cheese do you have in your fridge? It will save you space. This is all cheese. I couldn't believe it. I've got Camembert goat's cheese. I've got the red Leicester cheese. I've got some feta cheese. I've got some Parmesan. And in the bottom is my kilo block of tasty cheese. I can't believe I've got so much cheese. But if you don't need that much cheese, you can grab the square one of these. How awesome is that, right? So what we can do is, we can grab our little Eco Plus clear bowl, grab the tab, peel the seal. We're going to put some of our chunky pumpkin dip straight into here. right? And I can seal that, and I can prep, express the air if you want it to be liquid type. I can pop that straight into there, and the top still goes onto there. How awesome is that? If I wanted to, I can add my black olives into there in my Clearmate container. That will fit onto the top. So there's my antipasto platter that's coming along nicely. Thank you very much. If you want to, you can just flip that upside down so that you can easily see what you've got in there, right? If I wanted to, I could. I've got this beautiful, gorgeous, gourmet little crackers. Let me just show you what we can do with them, right? So we've got here, we'll grab our Tupperware scissors. These are the ones that pull apart for easy cleaning. So if you are chopping through a steak or a chicken or, you're chopping up herbs in the garden or whatever, you can then just pull them apart, give them a bit of a rinse and a wipe, and that will clean... I need to do this with my other hand. That will clean them up beautifully. Oh! Once you pop them on properly, I've got a few of these in the craft room and in the kitchen hanging around in here. So all I'm going to do is great for just snipping up your spring onions as well. So if I wanted to, I've got my Clearmate container. I can just pop them straight into there and I can seal that. I can pop that into the cupboard. Can you see how I'm prepping everything beautifully? That will fit into there awesomely, right? Okay. Or, I love it, right? There's so many options and choices. Or what we're going to do is we'll pop that into there. What we will do is we will grab a little bit of this red Leicester cheese and we will just grab a knife. Now, my Tupperware cheese knife, I've ordered one in. It's going to come in next week. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We've got some red Leicester cheese. Let's pop some of that into there. Pop that out the way over there. Then we've got some feta cheese in here. So let's do a little bit of feta because that's always yummy. Nice and crumbly feta. All right. And let's just pop that over there. We'll pop that over here. We'll pop the seal back onto there. Then I've got a little bit of parmesan. Why not do a little bit of parmesan? We'll just do a few little bits of parmesan into there, right? Pop them into there. Let's pop the pumpkin dip in the middle. We've got some parmesan around on the outside. All the parmesan goes around the outside. Then I've got my black olives. Let's going to pop some black olives into there. Then we will grab some of these beautiful, they're date and fig crackers. Let's grab some of those and we'll pop some there. And then we'll pop some over here as well. Then what we've got, you know the One Touch Fresh? These are the One Touch Fresh canisters. This is the rectangle set. So I've got half a packet of rice crackers. Grab the tab, peel the seal. I've got half a packet of rice crackers straight into here. What I can do is grab my other packet of rice crackers, chop the top off that. That goes into the bin. We'll just pop that straight into there, right? That goes into the bin. And there is our rice crackers. We might want to throw in a few little rice crackers in here. Just pop them around over there. Let's pop a few over there, right? And pop the top onto that. Look at this. It's absolutely delish, right? We've got some of that. Then I've got figs in my VentSmart. These figs can stay in my fridge for about 3 weeks before I need to eat them. So you don't have to eat them now, which means you can just do shopping once a fortnight instead of every 4 days or once a week or whatever. And you've always got fresh fruit and veggies in your fridge, right? So there's our fig. All I'm going to do is just slice this straight into quarters. There we go. We can pop that straight over here. Let's take the seal off so that I can show you how gorgeous this is going to look. We've got some fig and we've got some black olives happening there. How awesome is this? And I've got a couple of cucumbers because this is going to be my dinner. Hashtag girl dinner. I love it. I've got a new hashtag. All right, so what we're going to do is we've just got our Tupperware mandolin and I'm literally going to grab some cucumber. We'll pop that straight into here, and I will just pop this. You've got 3 different levels. I'm going to pop it on the first level, and I'm just going to do some slices of cucumber. And we're just going to remove them. Let's pop them over here. We'll take them straight down over there. And we've got our gorgeous little platter. How delicious is that on our Cheese Smart rectangle? We've got some fig crackers. We've got our pumpkin dip, some black olives. We've got some cucumber. We've got, I think, 4 different types of cheeses. I haven't even got the camembert out yet, right? So once I've sealed that, I can just seal that all beautifully, and I can pop the top onto there. And I can just pop that into the fridge if I've got people coming over tomorrow. That's already good to go, right? And then I've still got my square one. Once I've got that on there, I can then pop that straight on the top. And there's still, the way it's been designed is allowed for that airflow to travel through, so the humidity can still come in and out of your cheese container. How awesome is that? If you've got any questions or suggestions, please let me know. Let me know where you're watching from. If you want to go on the email list, send me a message with your email. It doesn't matter whose group you're watching this in. You can send them a message and ask them if they've got, if you've got any questions, you can ask them for help. If they don't know the answer, they'll just contact me and I'll give them the answer, all right? And in the meantime, once you've given me a like, a follow, and subscribe to the Tupperware Pete YouTube channel, do you know what you need to do? There's always one thing you need to do. There's one thing you need to forget to do. Forget your troubles and get happy. Dance your cares away. Shout out and get happy. I'll see you all another day. Thank you all for watching, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.